you're on air now.
Oh, I'm on air.
So we're gonna burn through some of the modifications that you have done. Do you mind if I take it for a spin on the highway?
Yeah, definitely, of course.
Okay, so you have, this is an LMI?
Yep, LMI hammer.
Okay.
Strut bar, we have the SRT suspension.
How much did the strut bar run you?
150.
150?
150, yep.
Easy install?
Yeah.
It looks pretty,
pretty
simple.
And then this is a quick release right here.
How the LMI, what, like the intake temperatures, have you kind of monitored that? Notice it higher?
It's about 10 to 15 degrees higher than the outside temperature.
Okay.
Which is good at the
Was
track.
it like, did you see, is there a big difference between that and a stock one? Stock intake?
Yeah, because when I was at the track, it'd be maybe like 30 degrees, 40 degrees, especially on hot days, it would just keep climbing.
Okay.
And then before this, I had the Corsa, the closed box one.
Okay.
And that one was like 20, almost the same as stock. So I was like, let me go back to the hammer.
Okay, and so, exhaust-wise, what are we looking at here? What kind of headers, what kind of exhaust work do you have?
JBA 1 3/4 long tubes.
Okay.
JBA Catless mids, and Hellcat stock exhaust with the active valves open.
Okay, and so you have all the exhaust done. That sounds great. The PCM, you unlocked it,
Yep.
and who tuned it?
That was done by, that is a good question. What is his name from North Carolina? Sean at
Hemi Fever?
Yeah, Hemi Fever.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, Sean
all
did
right,
it.
so it was a male tune.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
and you had to do like revisions and everything,
Revisions,
right?
yep.
So what have you jumped on the dyno?
We did once, and it was 372.
Wheel,
Wheel,
obviously.
wheel.
Okay, so 372 wheel horsepower. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What were you looking at in torque?
399.
399. Okay. I mean, so here's the thing. I have Shorty headers. I have a J Green tune. Before the cam, I was at 355. So you were at 370. So you're talking about a 20 horsepower difference between the Shorty and the long tubes.
Yep.
At that point, I had a Corsa. You had,
Same one as you.
yeah. Okay. So at that point, you had the Catless mid pipes as well.
Yes.
Okay. So, you're talking about 20 wheel horsepower difference between Shorty and how much did all of that run you?
I got the headers off Amazon for, I want to say like $550. The mid pipes were about $250 from Summit. The Hellcat exhaust I actually went to Detroit to pick up because a guy was selling it for like dirt cheap. Like
Okay.
$200-300.
Gotcha.
And that's pretty much it. So I'll say under.
And so you had to do the tune right on it.
Yep.
And everything like that. So what are you ballparking?
$2,000.
About
If I include
$2,000?
The PCM,
Okay.
the tunes, all the parts, not including the suspension. The suspension was like another
Okay.
$500.
So, like, if I was going to get it at a shop, they were saying that it was going to be $3,000 for long tubes, tuned, everything. Shorty headers ended up running me about that, $2,000. So, if you're doing it right and you piece it together, I guess you could do long tubes for about $2,000. That's pretty good.
Just about.
All right. So, you know what? One thing that I definitely want to test out is highway pulls and see what the difference is between the short and the long tube, because I hear that is really the biggest difference is when
Top
you're
end.
at that top end, you really feel the Hemi kind of pep up.
Top end.
You want to do a couple of accelerations right here so we could listen to the exhaust? It sounds good, man. When you came flying over, I was like,
Yeah.
it sounds mean. Rock and roll. It all like I love the exhaust tone.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does remind me of the 392.
The 392.
Yeah.
3-inch all
Route
the way back.
recalculation.
Right here.
And then if you
have track mode?
Yeah, this button right here will do it. There you go.
How do you have track mode?
Unlock the SRT stuff.
With the taser?
Yeah.
You got track mode with the taser?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to give that a shot. It sounds good. So with the RT, if you're in track mode, it adjusts the suspension or anything. What is
No,
it?
the suspension is the static SRT 392, which I put on the car because the Sport RT suspension was garbage.
Okay.
So what it'll adjust is transmission, steering, traction is the only thing that does not enable you to do track. That one's stuck on Sport. But steering and transmission are on track.
It sounds great. I mean, it definitely pulls too. I want to get on the highway.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you were coming up with this exhaust setup, did you like listen to a bunch of them, or you just knew like this is what you wanted it to sound like?
I originally wanted to go with possibly loudmouth because I had that in my old 08 RT, but it was just a little bit too grainy at the higher speeds. So I was thinking maybe go Flowmaster, MagnaFlow, something full, you know, whatever, 900,000 bucks that they go for. But then I kept seeing people posting the Hellcat exhaust that they would be switching out of their Hellcat. So I looked it up to see if everything worked up, bolted up. And since I already had the 3-inch mid pipe and the 3-inch collector on the long tube, it was just a straight bolt on, just plug and play. So I found a guy in Detroit. We made a little mini trip out of it, drove to Detroit, picked it up, and then the next morning we got it installed at a shop out there who did a great job.
The Hellcat mufflers, it's the resonators really, right? All the way in the back?
Well, it has two little ones that are like maybe this big in the middle under us, and then there's the two resonators in the back.
Okay.
But it's 3 inches all the way from the collector and the long tube all the way back. And then the valves are stuck open because obviously this car didn't have the active system.
It's so much more aggressive sounding than what my setup is. My setup is very... it's a lot more subtle, really. That's what all I can say is. I have the Flowmaster 40s with the resonator delete, and this, you step on it, it just sounds bad.
Yeah, but when you're cruising, it's very, very simple, very, quiet for the most part.
No drone or nothing?
Nope. You have to be maybe like 85, 90, and even then it's not annoying like the SOP Loudmouth was for me because I had the SOP Loudmouth 1, and that one was just not great.
See, I had straight pipes, and I was like, man, this could not be more annoying.
Yeah,
on the highway?
Yeah.
I was like, this is stupid.
Especially when 4-cylinder mode kicks in, it was just horrible.
The speed limit is 30 miles per hour.
When I was around town, ripping around, it sounded great, but after a while on the highway, you're just like, all right.
Yeah, you get over it. And like I said, this was only $200-300 to get, and then another $100 to put on, so cheaper than a full.
Definitely feel that there's more power
Top
to this.
end.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I mean, like I just drove a stock one. This would crush it. Just that acceleration. We did a 30 to whatever.
Yeah.
And you definitely feel it, but
30 to 65.
30 to 65 exactly. So. Alright, so I mean my car I feel like pulls harder because of the cam, right? So but this definitely is pulling harder than my car before I got that cam. This is nice.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I said when you got the cam you should definitely be in the 12.4, 12.3 range somewhere, because if I'm getting 12.7 then you should have no issues.
I screwed up with that with my first time drag racing. I don't know. I wasn't launching properly. I can't get over how good this thing sounds. This is screaming.
Yeah.
Woo. Are you gonna do the cylinder deactivation? You gonna get rid of the
we're going non-MDS everything.
Okay.
Just because I have it turned off right now, just because I don't really care for it that much. I didn't buy the car to get 30 miles a gallon.
Exactly.
I bought it to have fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the timing for you is just the 60 foot. That's where your time is at.
Yep.
That's where your whole half a second, if not more, is at.
it. Oh my God, this.
And you can still find these Hellcat exhausts. They sell them every couple months. I see them on the Facebook posts and everything. And they sell them 300, 400, 500. I think the highest I've seen is $600, which is still cheaper than a full.
And it's a full 3-inch all the way back.
All the way back. Yep. I think the tips are 4. That's about it.
See, I'm gonna need to do that if I continue adding power to the RT anyway.
Yeah, it's very free flowing. So.
I was just driving. Well, not really driving, but I was just in a 392 Scat Pack, and it had a mid muffler delete. And I'll tell you, like, I think that this sounds even more aggressive.
Yeah, I want to say the 392 is a 2.75 inch exhaust all the way back. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure the Hellcat exhaust is 3 inches and it's the big one.
I would do that all the time.
Trust me.
Oh my God.
We've gone to New York and on the Holland Tunnel the whole way back. We're just ripping it in like second or third.
Yeah.
It's just so like, sinks you in.
It's just, you know what, these Mopars, they just sound so good with an exhaust. Like every one of these Hemis, I swear, it's just, if you do a little bit of exhaust work, they just sound.
The speed limit is 55 miles per hour.
I'm going 50.
Exactly. Speed limit all day, kids.
Oh my God. This might have to work its way into my car.
Everybody that hears it, they're always like 392. It's like, no, it's a 5.7, man.
I thought you were just checking out my car.
The speed limit is 55
I didn't
miles
realize,
per hour.
because of the way the car sounded, the way it looks and everything, I was impressed. I'm impressed.
Yeah, the mid-muffler delete I had on this car, actually when you had the meet in the Asylum or whatever, and it sounded good, but it just wasn't aggressive enough.
At that point, when we went to the Pilgrim State, you had the long tubes, you had a mid-muffler delete, and you had a tune.
Yeah.
Okay. Because me and you kind of squared off a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we were pretty much neck and neck.
Yeah.
Now it would be interesting. Obviously, you'd pull on me on the top end.
Yeah. This is good. Have you tried any 0 to 60s or anything in this?
4.6 is the fastest.
Okay.
I'm sure with
that's really good. I mean, with Shorty headers, really the benefit that I was seeing was that it gave me a whole bunch of torque down low, a little bit of horsepower, and so I went from a 0 to 60 in 5 seconds to 4.7. So with the long tubes, you even gained more.
0.1,
yeah, and you have a lower rear axle ratio than myself.
Swapped the 262 to the 309.
Okay, so now you have the
309, the SRT 309, yep.
And that, okay, so when did you do that?
We did that last July, I want to say. Straight, direct, plug and play bolt on. No messing around, just buy the differential, take out the old one, put the new one in, call it a day.
Nice. You're really getting this sucker screaming, man.
Yeah. Like I said,
this is a sleeper right here.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I love about the Charger. It's a 4-door car that everybody looks at and they're like,
oh yeah, it's not gonna beat me.
Yeah.
And then you step on it.
You know, you hear it and it's like, where did that come from? Like I said, HHP, once they do their magic on the car in March, that should really make a big difference.
So once you cam it, you're probably gonna be 430.
400s, yeah, somewhere around there.
430 wheel.
400s, yep.
Yeah. What do you think you're going to be able to run in the quarter after that?
On stock tires, probably the same 12.7, 12.6 because
you're not going to get traction, right?
No, not at all.
So what if you upgraded to, like, let's just say 315 drag radials?
I would aim, that's the aim anyway, low 12s.
Okay.
That would be the aim. Because the SRTs are doing high 11s on about 430 wheel, 440 wheel on a stock motor.
I still think my car can get 12.6-ish range, you know?
Oh, I'd say even less, definitely. I'd say
so?
12.5, 12.4.
Yeah?
If you got a good amount of horsepower over me, then yeah, I'd say so. It's just getting that launch off right.
See, I think I'm around ballpark. I know I said this, but 410, 400 wheel horsepower. That's being, in my opinion, conservative.
Conservative, definitely. I'd say 420, even 425.
See, but like the 392 from the dynos that I've seen are around 430
Yeah.
wheel horsepower.
Yep.
So I still fall short of a 392 with my setup, you know. But I'm right there. This is great. This is a badass ride, man.
Yeah.
You're doing really.
I enjoy it every day. I look forward to driving it all the time.
There's so many people that are like, why would you mod a 5.7? Why not just get a 392? What would you say to them?
I mean, there's a huge price gap between them. And yeah, sure, you could go used and get one for like the high 30s or whatnot. But I mean, you can get these. I bought this for $21,000. Fairly low mileage and whatnot. And I put in another maybe $2 to $3 grand to get it where it's at now. So I'm still coming in maybe $10,000 to $15,000 under an SRT. And even if I do, well, when I do the HHP stuff, that's still about $10,000 to $7,000 less than the SRT.
Yeah, because
So-
I was running my breakdown down. I spent about $5 grand,
Right.
and when I was looking, there was about a $10,000 difference between the two.
Definitely.
So what do you think total you're at with this?
With everything, suspension included, maybe $2,500, $3 grand at the very top end of everything. And then add in the HHP stuff, another $3 grand, $3,500 at best.
Plus, isn't it nice to kind of shock people?
Yeah. Definitely.
There's also like that sleeper factor.
Yeah, because you don't have a lot of the SRT stuff, the look of it and whatnot. I mean, obviously I have the hood, but other than that, it's an RT. So people are like, oh, it's the 5.7.
Have you thought about the bumper conversion and everything?
No,
SRT?
I'd rather keep it RT.
Yeah, me too.
It looks mean, don't get me wrong. I love the way it looks, and I like the side skirts, how it makes it look a lot more aggressive stance-wise, but I like the very sore thumb sticking out type of look.
I agree. I'm right there with you. I want this thing, I want my Charger to keep that RT look. I don't want anyone thinking that I have an SRT.
No, definitely. If you're going that far for the look, then you might as well at that point.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. Like, you're going to be spending what, $4 grand?
Yeah.
To conversion and painting
and all
and
that.
everything. You might as well at that point just
spend everything, because once
Yeah.
you put all the power mods, you're 10, 12 grand into it. Might as well. But no, I'm cool with the RT. I've had nothing but RTs the whole time, all 5 of them. And they're fun cars, and you can still get good gas mileage. I've gotten 26, 27 driving long time, so
yeah. All right, guys. So really, to conclude this, if you're looking for a shorty header versus a long tube, you're gonna notice a big difference with the long tubes on the highway. Okay, if you're doing around town stuff, 0 to 60 stuff, I'm still a big fan of the shorty headers, but if you're hitting up the drag strip like this guy over here, long tubes are a no-brainer. Do it. You're definitely gonna get that noticeable power gains, and if you're already underneath the vehicle and spending a shit ton of money, you might as well maximize the horsepower.
the sound is also different. Because I had shorty headers at one point. I had shorty headers, and then when we went long tubes, the exhaust just came alive, and that was the mid muffler delete.
All right. Instagram photos?
Yeah, definitely.